Revelio. Revelio.
You made it. Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirit. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are.
Revelio.
My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for. Revelio.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Hi. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure...
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep...
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
Revelio.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home. It's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as...
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking they both mean well. I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse, Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will she not listen to me? She's my...
How are you doing, Sebastian? I'll admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply...
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than fit. I miss my sister. And Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard, dead wizard in my Who do you think you are?
Descender!
This is where you will fail.
Revelio.
One less human to worry. Showing off, are we? You think this is fun? You've made your last mistake. Don't do such arrogance. No! Someone thinks they can outlast me? You such arrogance. One less humour to worry about. Let's get this over. Unwise coming back this way. No! I will make you. Was that your best?
kill spells glance off of me. You can't stop us. Losing your stride.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Those loyalists deserved what they got.
This is where it happened. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering.
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead... Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure. And at Rookwood Castle. They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was...
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the lock?
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the...
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you... Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these, and if I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, we both... You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the...
Look at this.
Revelio. Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio. Lumos.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply
Lumos.
strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio. Lumos. Confringo. Incendio. Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that
Revelio.
happens to me too.
Lumos. I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else.
Understood. Well then, invisible sea. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Lumos.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here? Revelio.
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look. Expelliarmus! Lumos.
Anything helpful in the note?
rune symbol. I've seen similar...
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to see Anne would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Revelio. Lumos.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
You misbehaving little toad! Your father and I did not raise... Enchanted fool indeed. And in your newts, we are disgraced!
Revelio.
Heard you defending.
Hills are stone-hearts with joy to be in the place.
Revelio.
And a historian's uniform. Anyone would.
Why would Slytherin put his common room in
Revelio.
so dreary? Perhaps that's the point.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never...
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso, but in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it.
And you're a third year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous?
She once saved orphans from a wild Grafhorn by banishing it over... She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may...
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of... There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing...
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
You know I hate them.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall, Sophronia. This must be the entrance to the Hall of Herodiana. The Hall of Herodiana. Better go inside and find those puzzles. Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was. Revelio. Lumos. close. Switch reset everything. Good to know. The last of them. Seems I was this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder Sophronia wanted to see this. Revelio. Sophronia, I sold...
Incredible!
Of course. But...
Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself. You're my second favorite hero!
Revelio. Revelio.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the...
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it, if you wouldn't mind telling me.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to. but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
That's awful. But no matter the circumstance, he should never have cast it. He should have known better.
Trust me, it's not as easy as you might assume. After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Revelio. 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 Brilliant. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant.
Not sure what you can learn from these.
Oh, me thinks he knows everything.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shaw was talking about.
Revelio. This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate...
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe.
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform.
Revelio.
Something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little
Revelio.
foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Revelio. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any fighters might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Amit.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoir.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Revelio.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Revelio. Hello, Samantha. Are you here for Summoner's...
I am. I'm actually rather good at it. Shall we begin?
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning. That was sensational! Accio! You'll have to do better than that. Accio! Yes! How am I to top that? How about that? I won! Good match. Care to have another go?
But of course.
Splendid! Accio! Yes! That was sensational! Accio! What was I thinking? How am I to top that? Accio! Yes! How am I to top that? That settles it, then. After your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
Don't say that, Samantha. You're a...
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's just say if I'm good, I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy.
Revelio.
Why did I never learn how to swim?
Revelio.
I really should look into gillyweed. Still need to swim.
Going for a swim?
Goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really can't very well be liaison to the mer people.
You're a liaison to the mer people?
Well, not technically, no. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We didn't officially meet, but we dueled.
Yes, of course. Good to see you again.
And you.
You seem quite interested in mer.
I am. And they're as misunderstood and disregarded by wizard kind as goblins and centaurs. I feel that if goblins and centaurs have liaison officers at the Ministry...
I'm impressed. I think reaching out to the mer people is a grand...
You do? Oh, thank you. Of course I haven't I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish, really?
How has wizardkind fallen short in its treatment of mer people?
Well, we've consistently deemed mer people as being... One can hardly blame them for declining being status by the Ministry years ago. Who are we to classify those of such beauty and intelligence?
What do you imagine a liaison to the mer people would do?
Oh, so many things. I want to know everything I can about them. After I've mastered swimming, I perfect my mermish, of course, and I'd share with them anything they wanted to know about wizardkind. My hope is that by understanding each other better, both of our societies could grow.
What is it about the mer people that interests you so much?
I can't begin to tell you how brilliant they are. I mean, rumor is that tales about them have infiltrated even the Muggle world. The oldest known mer people, sirens, come from Greece. And of course Scotland has Selkies and Ireland is home to Merrows. I could go on for ages about them. Their glorious underwater communities, domestication of sea life, their art and music. It's a travesty how little is understood about them.
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that? Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you! The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Diplomacy is a delicate dance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can dive down to their cave from just there in the water. I can't wait to hear about what you find. One day soon, I'll see for myself. I just know it.
Look at this place. Did the mer people really leave Nerida an artifact? Lumos. Incendio. Now then, I'll need you to come with me. Now for the rest of you. Lumos. Lumos. What do we have in here then? Nerida will be happy about this. Your gift from the Mer people was exactly where...
Oh, that's wonderful news! Our relationship with them is already so...
Then I'm glad we helped to foster some healthy diplomatic relations.
Merlin's beard. It's marvelous. I'm going to show it to everyone, including the Ministry. Should I hand deliver or send by owl? Thank you again, so much. You may have just helped improve relations between wizard kind and mer people for decades to come. I can't wait to study this.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. Rebellion's pleased to be included.
What will I do without her?
Hello, is something the matter?
Most decidedly, yes. My precious... I tried to fight back, but I was no match for them.
I'm sorry about your moon calf, Miss...
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not particularly... Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can only hope she's able to escape.
Why do you suppose the poachers took Biscuit?
Who knows what they'll do to her? She could be flog-skinned.
A moon calf is an unusual pet. Why did you choose Biscuit?
She followed me one evening. Wouldn't leave my side. Never thought I was one for a pet of it. Mooncalves are often thought of as silly, simple-minded creatures. I wouldn't trade her for a hippogriff or a hippopotamus.
I'll keep an eye out for your mooncalf, Garnuff.
If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, do keep an eye out for her, and be careful out there. Poachers are...
Are you in some sort of trouble?
I don't suppose a student like yourself would be in possession of such a thing?
Yes, I have some right here. Please, take it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I feel better already just knowing I have some Thunderbrew on hand. Please take this as thanks for your generosity. Revelio.